Welcome to Stoic Wisdom. Have you ever wondered why the same challenge, the same storm of life, can break one person yet leave another, standing tall, even smiling? What's the secret? Is it the events themselves, or the way we choose to see them? In today's fast-paced world, where work pressures, social media, and the relentless chatter in our minds never seem to stop, staying calm and clear-headed feels like a superpower. But here's the good news. You don't need to be born with it. You can learn it, practice it, and master it, starting today with lessons from Epictetus, a former slave who became a beacon of wisdom and inner strength. At Stoic Wisdom, we don't just recite ancient teachings. We bring Stoicism into your busy life, into your overflowing inbox, your looming deadlines, your toughest relationships. In this video, we'll explore 5 profound lessons from Epictetus, not just ideas, but practical tools and small exercises you can apply right now to feel a shift in your mind and heart. You'll discover that peace isn't some distant dream. It's something you can touch step by step. Have you ever asked yourself, what's really holding you back from living a life of freedom, unshaken by the chaos around you? Can you learn to stand firm through any storm, like a mountain in a hurricane? Epictetus's lessons will help you answer that. From mastering your emotions to reframing what you can't control, each lesson is an invitation to embark on a journey of inner strength. We'll share real-life stories, relatable examples, and questions for you to reflect on, because philosophy isn't just for listening, it's for living. Picture this. You wake up to face the same old challenges, but on time you smile. You know you can choose how to respond. This isn't a fantasy, it's what Epictetus achieved, and you can too. This video isn't just a conversation, it's a call to start mastering your mind and your life. Are you ready? Ready to step out of the whirlwind of things beyond your control and into a space of freedom, where you decide your own happiness? Stay with Stoic Wisdom. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join us as we dive into 5 lessons from Epictetus, not just to hear, but to live with Stoic wisdom. Let's get started. Lesson 1. Find joy in what you already have. Ask yourself, what truly makes you happy? A shiny new car, a bigger house, a fancier job title? Epictetus, one of Stoicism's greatest minds, said, "The wise don't grieve for what they lack, but rejoice in what they have." This isn't just a feel-good quote, it's a powerful reminder that inner strength comes from gratitude. In modern America, where consumerism and social comparison run rampant, this lesson is a vital tool for mastering emotions and finding peace. Humans evolved to focus on scarcity, a survival mechanism from ancient times when missing a meal or shelter could mean death. But in today's world, especially in bustling cities like New York or San Francisco, where most of us aren't fleeing predators, that instinct can become an invisible chain. We're often caught chasing what we don't have: a new iPhone, a luxury vacation, an Instagram feed with millions of followers. Stoic Wisdom's take: focusing on what's missing blinds us to the treasures right in front of us. Practicing gratitude doesn't just reduce stress, it builds a rock-solid foundation for personal growth. Imagine a typical morning. You wake up in a cozy apartment, brew a warm cup of coffee, have a steady job, and loved ones by your side. But instead of savoring the moment, your mind races to distant goals. A Tesla, a downtown penthouse, a CEO title. That's the root of discontent, as Epictetus warned. He didn't ask us to ditch ambition. He taught us to change its fuel. Don't run on lack, run on gratitude. When you're grateful, you free yourself from the pressure to have more to feel complete. Happiness isn't at the finish line. It's in every moment you're living. Take this story from Japan, a culture with echoes of Stoic resilience. A middle-aged man, unemployed for nearly 2 years, was spiraling into despair. Instead of drowning in it, he started a simple habit. Every day, he wrote down 3 things he still had, like eyes to read, legs to walk in the park, and a patient wife by his side. Within a month, his sense of emptiness faded, replaced by newfound energy to move forward. He eventually landed a job, but here's the kicker: his happiness didn't come from the job. It came from realizing he already had so much. This reflects our view at Stoic Wisdom. Gratitude is the key to overcoming challenges like unemployment, a struggle all too familiar in America during recent economic downturns. Science backs this up. A study from UC Berkeley found that people who kept a gratitude journal for 3 weeks reported 23% less stress and a significant boost in happiness. Epictetus's lesson isn't just ancient wisdom, it's a practical tool for Americans navigating a high-pressure world. So how do you bring this into your hectic life between stressful meetings and packed schedules? Try this simple exercise. Every night before bed, take 5 minutes to write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be grand, maybe a tasty meal, a colleague's smile, or a sunny afternoon in the park. Do this for 21 days, and you'll notice your mind growing calmer, kinder. This is Stoic Wisdom's gentle call to action. Start today to build inner strength, one step at a time. Are you ready to see life through the lens of gratitude? Lesson 2, true value comes from within. Now ask yourself, what defines your worth? A 6-figure salary, an Employee of the Year plaque, or a flood of social media likes? Epictetus taught, don't seek the good outside yourself, seek it within. In a society that glorifies money, status, and fame, this lesson is a powerful reminder that true inner strength comes from qualities no one can take away. In a world dominated by social media and consumer culture, it's easy to fall into the trap of measuring yourself by external markers. A Hollywood star might have millions in the bank and global fame yet still feel empty. Why? Because those things, money, status, approval, are beyond our control. A market crash, a scandal, or a single nasty comment online can wipe them out in a flash. Stoic Wisdom's perspective, focusing on inner virtues, not only helps you master your emotions, but builds a meaningful life no matter what's happening outside. Epictetus, once a slave who endured immense hardship, declared that virtue, integrity, courage, self-discipline, and wisdom is the only thing truly yours. No one can steal these qualities unless you surrender them. Think about it. You can lose your job, your home, even your physical freedom, but you can still hold fast to your dignity and courage. That's the inner strength Epictetus urges us to cultivate. Consider Nelson Mandela, imprisoned for 27 years under South Africa's apartheid regime. Stripped of freedom, he never lost his dignity or became bitter. When released, he chose forgiveness over revenge, unity over division. That's the power of inner virtue. In America, we can apply this to daily struggles, like facing workplace unfairness or personal conflicts. Imagine getting laid off in a corporate downsizing. Instead of resentment, you could choose integrity by supporting former colleagues or learning new skills to move forward. Our view at Stoic Wisdom: in a high-pressure world where Gallup reports 60% of American workers feel regular stress on the job, cultivating virtue is like forging a mental shield to weather life's inevitable storms. This is especially vital for Americans facing relentless demands. So, ask yourself, what values truly define you beyond what can be taken away? Your kindness to a stranger, your patience under pressure, your honesty at work. Here's Stoic Wisdom's call to action. Pick one virtue to focus on this week, maybe patience with a coworker, honesty in a tough situation, or courage to face a fear. Each night, ask yourself, did I live closer to that virtue today? Start small, and you'll see profound changes in how you view yourself and the world. Lesson 3, your perspective shapes your reality. Have you ever wondered why the same event can crush one person but inspire another to rise? Epictetus taught, "It's not events that disturb us, but our judgments about them." This is the heart of Stoic inner strength. Your perspective shapes your reality. An event is neutral, neither good nor bad, but how you interpret it determines your emotions and actions. In America, where negative news, work stress, and unrealistic expectations flood social media, this lesson is a powerful tool for emotional mastery. Stoic wisdom's take: by shifting how you view challenges, you not only reduce anxiety, but unlock new possibilities, fostering critical thinking to explore different angles. Losing a job might be a disaster to one person, but a chance to start a business or learn new skills for another. Criticism could feel like an insult or valuable feedback for growth. Picture an American athlete who suffers a career-threatening injury right before the Olympics. For many, it's the end, leading to depression or giving up. But some, applying Epictetus' lesson, see it as an opportunity. They coach others, start inspirational classes, or discover new passions like writing about their journey. Same event, two vastly different outcomes, all because of perspective. Take Oprah Winfrey, who grew up in poverty and endured abuse in America. Instead of letting those experiences define her as a victim, she saw them as lessons in empathy, building a media empire by connecting with millions. Stoic wisdom's view. This lesson doesn't just help you manage emotions, it sparks creativity, especially in tough times like pandemics or recessions, which Americans know well. Here's a workplace example. You pitch an idea in a meeting and your boss tears it apart. A negative lens makes you feel attacked and insecure. But apply Epictetus's lesson and you might choose a neutral view. This is just feedback, or a positive one. This criticism will sharpen my idea and presentation skills. By reframing, you turn a negative experience into a growth opportunity. Science supports this. A Stanford study found that people who practice reframing, shifting how they view events, experience 30% less stress than those stuck in negative perspectives. Epictetus's lesson isn't just ancient philosophy. It's a practical tool for modern Americans seeking emotional control in a chaotic world. So how do you apply this? Next time you face a setback, like a job rejection or a family argument, pause and write down 3 ways to view it. A negative angle: this is awful, I'm a failure. A neutral one: this is just something that happened. A positive one: this is a chance to learn and grow. You'll be amazed how quickly your mood shifts. Stoic wisdom's call to action. Practice this regularly to build inner strength, turning every challenge into a stepping stone. Have you ever reframed a failure into an opportunity? Share your story in the comments to inspire others. Lesson 4. Embrace humility in the face of criticism. Ever wondered how to stay grounded when harsh criticism comes your way? In the age of social media, where a single negative comment can go viral, personal honor feels more fragile than ever. Epictetus, a Stoic giant, left us this gem. If someone speaks ill of you, reply, "They don't know my other flaws yet. If they did, they'd have said more." This isn't just a clever comeback. It's a key to true inner strength. Stoic wisdom's perspective. Humility before criticism isn't weakness, it's freedom. When you stop playing the game of defending your ego, you liberate yourself from the weight of others' judgments. Imagine scrolling through Twitter and spotting a harsh comment about your work or appearance. Your first instinct might be anger, a urge to clap back and prove them wrong. But Epictetus teaches that true strength lies in how you choose to respond. By humbly acknowledging your flaws, or even joking about them, you disarm your critics. They can't hurt you when you own your imperfections. Our take at Stoic wisdom: criticism only has power if you let it define you. Instead, use it as a mirror for growth. This is crucial in America, where individualism often pushes us to fiercely protect our self-image. Consider a university professor mocked by students for his outdated fashion. Instead of snapping or explaining himself, he smiled and said, "If you think my clothes are funny, you'd laugh harder at my dancing." The room erupted in laughter, tension dissolved, and the mockery lost its sting. Stoic wisdom's view. This shows humility's power. Owning your flaws turns criticism into a chance to connect. It encourages critical thinking. Next time you're criticized, ask, does this reflect all of me or just a limited view? This question sparks curiosity, inviting you to dig deeper into yourself and your reactions. So how do you apply this in daily life, especially in America's cutthroat online and workplace culture? Try this simple exercise. Prepare a gentle response to criticism. Something like, "Thanks for the feedback, I'll look into it." Or for a touch of humor, "Oh, you've only seen half of it. There's worse I'm working on." Practice saying it in front of a mirror, smiling to internalize confidence. Stoic wisdom believes that staying calm in small moments, like when a coworker critiques your idea or a friend teases your hobbies, frees you from others' opinions. Why does humility empower? Epictetus taught that we can't control what others say, but we can control how we receive it. By choosing humility, you focus on the one thing you command, yourself. Our view? This is applied Stoicism, turning every challenge into a chance to strengthen your core. Picture yourself as an inner warrior, with each criticism a test. Will you lash out or respond with humble grace? Think of American celebrities like Chris Hemsworth, who often deflect criticism with humor or silence, making their image stronger. You can do this too. Start small. Next time you're criticized, smile and respond gently. Journal how it feels to notice the shift. Humility before criticism doesn't just protect your peace. It's the foundation for mastering bigger emotions like anger, which we'll explore next. When you learn to smile at criticism, you're less likely to be provoked. Ask yourself, if you can laugh off a jab, what's stopping you from mastering anger? Lesson 5. Master your anger. Anger is a fire. It can warm you, fuel action, but left unchecked, it burns everything. Relationships, peace of mind. Epictetus said, "Whoever provokes your anger becomes your master. They only succeed if you let yourself be stirred." This is a wake-up call. Anger isn't an external problem, it's an internal loss of control. Stoic wisdom's perspective. Mastering anger isn't about suppressing it, it's about transforming it into rational action. In modern America, where work stress, traffic jams, and online arguments easily ignite tempers, this lesson is more urgent than ever. Picture yourself in a meeting, publicly criticized by a colleague. Your gut screams to yell or fire back with sharp words, but Epictetus teaches that the space between trigger and response is where freedom lies. Pause, breathe, and you declare, "I choose how to react, no one else." Our view at Stoic Wisdom, mastering anger not only saves relationships, but builds an inner fortress, unshaken by external chaos. This resonates deeply with Americans facing constant pressure to react fast in competitive settings. Consider an American businesswoman in a heated negotiation. Her client publicly berates her, accusing her company of falling short. Instead of snapping back, risking the deal, she takes a deep breath, listens, and calmly says, "Thank you for being candid. Let me understand the issue better." The client's anger fades, and the deal is saved. Stoic wisdom's take? This is true strength. It sparks critical thinking. Next time you're angry, ask, will this anger solve the problem or make it worse? This question invites curiosity, probing how emotions drive behavior. How do you apply this? Try the 10-second rule. When anger Flares, whether from traffic, a family spat, or a cruel online comment, count slowly from 1 to 10. In those seconds, the intensity often fades, letting reason return. Stoic wisdom urges you to practice this daily, like when your kids frustrate you or your boss gives harsh feedback. Journal the results. How did you feel after pausing? This builds not just emotional control, but conscious action. Why does mastering anger matter? Epictetus taught that letting others provoke you hands them your mind's reins. Our view. This is a reminder you always have a choice. In America's culture of public debates and social pressures, controlling anger asserts your inner freedom. Think of figures like Serena Williams, who faced fierce criticism, yet often respond with poise, strengthening their image. You can too. Expand the 10-second rule into a brief meditation. Breathe deeply, ask, is this worth my peace? And choose a rational response. This lesson ties back to humility before criticism. Criticism often sparks anger, but if you've learned to smile and own your flaws, you're less likely to be triggered. Stoic wisdom believes humility paves the way for emotional mastery, and mastering anger reinforces humility. Picture it as a chain of wise responses. Humility to receive, control to respond. Try it this week. Note one moment you felt angry, apply the 10-second rule, and share your experience in the comments. What changed when you chose reason over reaction? We've just journeyed through 5 timeless lessons from Epictetus, gems of wisdom about inner strength that help us stand firm in life's chaos. These aren't just theories, they're a guiding light, leading us through challenges to true peace. That peace doesn't come from controlling the world outside, but from mastering yourself, your mind, emotions, and reactions to life's ups and downs. Think of inner strength as an unbreachable fortress. Gratitude lays a solid foundation, making every hardship lighter. Reframing builds sturdy walls, turning challenges into opportunities. Humility is your shield, deflecting the arrows of ego. Mastering anger tames the fire within, so it warms, rather than burns. And inner virtue? That's the soul of your fortress, keeping you steady no matter the storm. But knowing isn't enough. Stoicism isn't for admiring. It's for living. Pick one lesson, just one, and start today. Maybe. Write 3 things you're grateful for each night, or pause to ask, can I see this differently? Every small step is a brick in a stronger you. You don't need perfection, just persistence. As Epictetus said, you have nothing but what you choose to do with yourself. This journey isn't just for you. It can inspire those around you. Share your story in the comments. Where will you start? Which of Epictetus's lessons hit home? Your words could light the way for someone lost. If these lessons resonate, hit like, subscribe to Stoic Wisdom, and share this video with those you care about. Together, we can build a community of mindful, resilient, free spirits. Peace isn't a destination. It's how you walk the path. Step forward with courage, Epictetus's wisdom, and the belief that you can master your life. See you in the next video, where we'll continue living stoically, strong, calm, and free.